Yo, welcome to the New Normal Podcast. If y'all over there on Facebook, make sure y'all like the video, share it. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. If y'all have any ideas, put them in the comment section. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that I've been seeing going around on Facebook a lot lately. And it's a viral meme, and it says, do men want wives or good girls? And hold on, guys, real quick. I'm copying a link so I can send it out to people real quick. Hold on, I'm finna send it to you, then you send it to her.
It just popped up on my phone.
Oh, well, copy the link and send it on the Facebook. Then you send it to her. All right, so yeah, we live. And I got two lovely ladies here with me. Y'all got it, y'all shared it, y'all did
Yep.
y'all thing. All right, introduce yourselves to the people that don't know. Yeah, social media handles. If they're very confusing, spell them out so people can follow y'all.
Post this. What social media handles? Any of them?
Yeah, any of them, but make sure you pull your mic closer to you.
So,
Yeah, you ain't gotta be scared. It ain't gonna burp.
alright, this good.
I got good shit on my podcast, and that's a shout to all the other niggas in Birmingham that got something to say about motherfucking podcasts and shit.
Oh, okay. But no, my name is Ariana. Y'all can call me Ari. My Facebook just Ariana Fanning. ARIONAFANNIN. And I'm Jayla. I go by Jay. My Facebook is Jayla Hines. JAYLAHINES.
You gonna be talking low the whole time?
I'm talking low. You want me to scream?
No, I'm just going. I'm
It's
just
good.
yeah, that's good.
All
You in the
right.
mic now? I just turn your mic up. That's all I'm gonna do. So, do men want wives or whores? So, from what y'all think, y'all can't be acting too silly now. So, from what y'all think, and y'all see the landscape of everything, what y'all think? You wives or whores?
You go first. I think it just depends. Depends on the stage you're in, depending on the person. Well, yeah. I think they
Them are
want a wife
whores.
that's a whore.
What
If
does that? What does that mean?
like, especially a guy, I feel especially if you had options and you already been out there and you now want to settle down, those same things that you were getting, I feel like you would still want those, especially if you have gotten fond of them. So in my particular situation, he don't give a damn. If he wants something or if he needs something, he gonna tell me, this I want you to do it, I want you to do it like this or whatever. So in my opinion, I feel like they want both. You want you to, because it ain't everybody's business, which I do in the
Yeah.
bedroom or whatever. So I feel like they're gonna want you to get down and dirty and nasty and all in between, baby.
So how do y'all feel about when I say this statement? So I got some male friends, right? And they may be married and some may have girlfriends, right? But it's certain things that they said they don't want to do with their girlfriends or wives because they don't want to look at them in a different light. But they'll have side chicks that they do whatever with because they don't respect them like they respect their wives. How do y'all feel about that?
Why would you not respect your wife and whatever you asking her
No,
to
that's
do?
why they don't. That's why
Well,
they don't do the certain sexual acts because they feel like they respect her,
I don't
so
know
they
what
go
you
get
Why
can
would you not
do
want to do
to
that
be
sexual act with your
disrespectful.
partner?
Yeah, I don't know
because
because he should be able to come to
No,
you for
because shit
whatever.
can get
Same vice
real.
versa.
well, well, I can understand it just a little bit because the mindset of a man, you don't ever want to feel like it's kind of basically putting a pussy on a pedestal type ideal. And you don't kind of want to see your woman in that light, especially if you feel like she had sexual partners before you. And you be like, damn, she let me do this to her. I want how other men and niggas than did
But
X,
come
Y.
on now,
I
be
mean, yeah, I can
realistic.
But
see that. I can
but
see that.
that's what a lot of men say. That's how a lot of men feel because they don't want to feel like, I'm with a female and she didn't, got ran through or dogged out and now I'm picking up leftovers and shit like that. And so a lot of men feel as if I gotta make sure, I'm protecting her name for lack of better words.
No, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
No, because
So
it's
You
all
won't
about
do it with me, but you will
discreetness.
go do it with a whore.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
like
should want it from
no.
me.
Yeah, I should. You should want everything from me. You should
But
want to get.
Ain't no
everything.
but if that's your partner, baby, we finna get nasty. Some shit finna get nasty.
So you feel like you should be able to do whatever with your partner.
Yeah.
So I got a question, another question for y'all. If y'all man, now I don't know y'all sexual history or whatever, but how do y'all feel about a man coming to y'all, your man, and saying, "Can you lick my asshole?"
Wait a minute.
I'm saying this part, y'all
Wait.
open the door. Y'all say y'all should
Ooh,
be able to do
Lord.
any and everything. So don't it go both ways?
I mean,
Yeah, it do.
yeah,
Um,
we're gonna have to talk about it.
So if
We
your
gonna
man,
have
if your man said, just like you said earlier, if he been out there, he didn't have a woman to do it. He's straight man.
yeah.
But I know a lot of women like to judge men now certain sexual acts, being kind of on the line or maybe kind of fruity. But he might be a straight man because let's be real, a man's prostate is touched through his anus, and that's a sexual organ and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's like you can understand it, but at the same time, it's like, does it emasculate a man to ask his woman to do certain things to him?
I know
That's
dudes
not.
who
That hasn't been my
I've been
experience.
asked
So
to
I
do
feel
it
like
before.
no.
But I'm asking, it's a hypothetical.
I feel like no.
You wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
No, I would. I got it. Like if we're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Why y'all gotta talk about it? Is it something that you don't know if you're comfortable with, or you don't know if you're comfortable with your man
No, so
sensing
what
it?
I'm thinking about, all I'm thinking about is you're gonna have to shave. It's gonna have to be like right after we shower or something. It's gonna have to be
I think
like
don't everybody like eat ass after a shower or a bath? Like
I
you
mean,
just
yes,
you just
but
eating
I'm
all
just-
day ass. People eating all day ass around here.
It just has to be stipulations to it, but I would do it, yes.
What about you? You
I
would do it too?
it. Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you
I
feel
have
a
to-
ways about your man ask you something like that? Would you judge him?
No.
You would think he'll still be a straight male?
Yes, because I've been
Because I
asked.
expect him
You
to be
been
with me
asked?
for the
Yes.
rest
Have you
of
done
his
it?
life.
No,
You
I'm not gonna do it because that's not my. If it's my husband, then okay, let's go.
So
But-
you say stuff for husbands. So-
Yeah,
believe in
it's
that
just
too.
certain stuff you're not gonna do with just a random person you just got with. Now if we together for years, like years, then okay, we did everything. But
So-
yeah.
I got a question too. I heard this, and this is my experience from being at a white school compared to a black school. So white women say they pussy, but they'll get a ass to a nigga. They'll let a man fuck them in the ass because they don't want their
Virginity
broken.
I got
But
you.
black women say they'll let a nigga fuck them and say they ass for their husbands.
That shit hurt.
Why?
You gotta be real confident.
But no, that's not where I'm going. I don't want to derail the conversation. Why is it two different ideologies when it comes to that? And which one makes more sense to y'all? Does it make more sense to save your ass for marriage or your pussy for marriage?
Dang.
Um,
I would say your vagina. I would want to say because I mean I have that's
I'm asking, but
logical to me.
I'm asking you, which one makes more sense?
It's
Save your pussy for marriage or your ass for marriage?
saving your pussy.
For marriage. What you say?
I'm gonna have to say my ass.
Why you say
a
that?
different level. Like you really have to be comfortable with that person.
But you don't think it's more men that prefer having sex in the vagina than the ass though?
No, niggas like ass.
Like niggas like fucking an ass like that?
Yeah,
I feel like it.
they do.
Oh, I don't know.
They wanna
I
try
never
it.
done it, so I don't know.
I
don't
want to try it.
They never
You ain't
done
It
it.
Just
never
be like,
popped in your head like
No,
he's
I
right here.
try
Let's
this.
go.
no.
What?
Never. I never. And this to be real, this some real shit. I don't even like putting my mouth on women like that. I just
Wait, so
don't.
do you like getting head?
Yeah.
Okay, do you really like getting head though?
Yeah, head is my top priority sexually.
Y'all
What you mean?
are so weird.
How?
You like getting head,
For
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
but you don't want to give it.
But I don't. But most of the people that I've dated never really required me to do that though, because most of the women that I've dated, they like penetration more than oral. So it's
Mm.
always been a win-win for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't personally like putting my mouth on females because, from my experience,
Oh,
a women, a lot of women don't have very good hygiene.
I
wow.
That's
mean, that
my
is true.
experience.
That is true.
And I've heard women, like even I've worked at jobs, complain about going in the bathrooms after other women be like,
Oh yeah,
"Oh, y'all, did y'all smell that?"
yeah.
Or that type of stuff. Or I've been in school. Well, bitches have on pajamas and her sit down L be funky. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So it just depends. Like I just can't see myself just putting my mouth on a woman. I know a lot of men, love it. They hop in bitches inbox like, "Hey, let me eat your pussy," but I
Oh
never.
no.
That ain't never been how I approach a woman, because I'm not finna. You just gonna get your hopes up, and I'm gonna be lying because that shit is not nothing I want to do. So you say saving your pussy makes sense, and you say saving your
Yes.
ass. Why saving your ass?
I told you. I have to be comfortable. And that's just that's some different level stuff. That ain't
It
nothing you
is.
finna do with everybody. I'm gonna have to save that.
Okay, I got a question. When it comes to the asshole, the size matters.
Yeah. I really don't want to do it, but
Well, when you say size matter, what does that mean when it comes to the asshole?
what I would prefer it to be a shrunk.
Oh, if he's gonna do it. Oh, okay.
Cause
I don't necessarily think size, man. I think
that
it's
shit
like
gonna tell
the
you
situation.
It's the situation.
Yeah, like you would have to get prepared. Like you would have to prepare in order for it to be right. It's not gonna be right if you don't prepare.
it ain't no preparing you can do for that.
Talking about
Besides
for
actually doing it.
For anal, it like she's saying it's uncomfortable, but like if you do it in a different way, you would have a different mindset about anal.
That's why
mm.
you should do it with your married person because you're comfortable with them. You're gonna be extremely relaxed. Like
True.
yeah.
So it takes a level of comfortability to do something like that. So
Yeah.
did y'all see when Cam Newton's girlfriend went viral and she was talking about, like, anal sex, and she doesn't like it, but she does it to please her husband or her boyfriend? Did y'all see that?
Mm, I did not see
No,
that.
I didn't.
Okay, and she got a lot of backlash on it because she was saying that, and women was like, basically, you shouldn't want to do something you don't want to do for a man. How do y'all feel about doing stuff that y'all don't want to do to please your man?
Oh man, I was just going through this the other day. I felt like a sex toy the other day. I did, and I
You
felt
felt like a
bad.
sex toy?
Yeah, I guess he was just super horny. I don't know, and
Closer to
I
the
was
mic.
just I guess he was just super horny, and I wasn't. I was done, and he was just there, and I was just like I had got upset, and then after I got upset and said what I said, I felt bad, like I felt like I stripped his freedom away, like his freedom to tell me what he wants, his
Mhm.
freedom to, be open or vulnerable with me. I feel like I had stripped that right away. And I went right to him and I was just like, you know what, I'm sorry. So I agree. I would do the same thing because you want to be with that person and you're going to be with that person every single day. So that's just how I see it. Cause I didn't initially my feelings were different, but when I actually said it out of my mouth, I felt my words, if that makes sense. And I knew that he felt uncomfortable with me saying that. So
Mm. Jazz
I totally agree with her.
Jasmine Sullivan said
That's
these
my
hoes
girl,
be,
guy.
huh?
That's my girl.
She said these hoes be winning.
They do.
What does that mean? These hoes be winning, my nigga. Look at her headphone real quick.
It's off my head. What's
Why
wrong
you why
with
you ain't
me?
got it turned around the right
Oh,
way?
yeah. Don't embarrass me on the
Oh
camera.
shit!
I
I'm gonna
just
clip
put it
this.
on.
I'm clipping this.
But
Go
it's
put your,
live.
I, no, I'm gonna clip some clips and make a part about this. Okay, she's straight now, y'all. I just noticed that.
Like she did it all.
I gotta
Mind
check. I
your
gotta make sure people.
business. Why was you looking at my ear?
Cause I'm looking at you. What you mean? But yeah,
I'm embarrassed.
but like I said, Jasmine Sullivan said these hoes be winning. What does that mean? She
It
said you gonna make
seemed
a
like they
hoe out of
winning.
me.
Seemed like
Because
they winning.
like
What does that mean?
to me, niggas gonna get whatever come to them easy. Like, I'm just being real. That's what they run to first. Well, that's what most run to first. And the hoes just be like, oh, pussy, here you go. So they gonna run to that. And she's saying, like, damn, I'm a good girl. I'm trying, and you don't want this.
You know what
So
song I'm
you
talking
want me to
about?
be a hoe? Yeah.
Oh, I love that song though.
I like the song too. But you want me to be a hoe, or you want me to act like a hoe? Is that what's gonna get your attention? You gonna make a hoe out of me?
So is she saying her being a good girl means that she lacks something in the bedroom though?
No.
Well, then why do the men leave her to go with the whores if it's not a lack of something sexually?
Why do niggas cheat?
It's a lack of something sexually.
It got to be a lack of
Not
something sexually.
necessarily.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's what you said because pussy's free. Here, hey, here's the pussy. It's
Okay,
a
I
path of least
guess.
resistance. And she said, "You gonna make a hoe out of me." Does that mean that she's lacking something sexually? The reason these niggas are leaving, because this is a conversation that leads into if we know you got good pussy, not good pussy, because niggas don't leave, just leave good pussy like that. You know how hard it is
Yes,
to
they
come.
will. If your
No,
attitude is bad, they will leave your
no,
good pussy.
no. As a
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, as a man, if a bitch fight with that motherfucker Gawk 3000,
okay.
you'll put up with some shit. I'm telling you.
I mean, for me
I've
personally, like,
dealt with that for 2 years. My nigga, I'm telling you, because it's a real shit. It's hard to find a woman that got both good pussy and head. You know that shit rare,
yeah,
and
it's rare.
you'll find one that you're one good pussy, one with good head, but
Yeah.
it's rare to find both. So, like I said, as a man, if you find one that got both, you'll put up with a lot of shit because you understand that. It's a thing of probabilities, and that's what men, possibilities is what men work off of. Like, damn, if I leave this bitch, I know it's gonna probably take me 20 more bitches to get to what this one little bitch that I'm fucking with right now. So you gotta think about the same concept when women did with a nigga with a big dick. If you had a whole bunch of smaller ones and you finally got you a big one, it's probably take you 20 small dicks to find another big one. You feel what I'm saying?
And
So
we're not finna go find no other one. Just come
exactly. Yeah. You willing to put up with some bullshit. And that's why I
Yeah.
said this goes to the conversation of if you got good pussy or not, because ain't no nigga can make a hoe out of you, and ain't no nigga just leaving good pussy on the table like that. And if your pussy ain't hitting on shit.
Or maybe
It could be some other stuff to it, but that
he
can definitely be
asking
the
for things
main
and she's
thing.
not putting it through.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
could
not
be.
just she got whacked.
That can be like a big part in it, but
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be the only reason.
Why not? Because men are very simple. Men are very simple.
When you put pressure on a nigga, they run.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I'm telling you. No,
Well,
they
not
don't.
the right one.
Ain't no right one.
Ain't
Ain't no such thing as the right one.
No, I'm saying for real, if they not together, put like what you mean push, like when you put pressure on them, what?
Yeah, what?
Like what do
How,
you mean?
how do
When
you? How do
require
you?
more of them.
Okay, what's requiring more?
I guess they just
Like-
falls into playing
like-
being a hoe or wanting more than being a hoe because hoes just want to fuck.
Mhm.
And they not gonna bring that extra drama. They not gonna bring that extra shit. We gonna do what we gotta do when you gone. You ain't gotta see her.
So
But-
so why you can't, as a woman, as a good girl, give your man that same level of peace?
It's hard to
That's-
learn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I was that one. I was her.
It was hard.
She
It
is
was hard
me.
to learn.
Yeah, it was really hard to like.
Why is it hard to learn?
Not necessarily hard to learn. Like I wanted to do it, but it was just difficult. Like conforming from my ways, like from past toxic relationships or just toxic behavior that I was just used to. And he wasn't dealing with that, and it was just hard to flip my ways. I have to change my way of thinking, my way of doing. It was just difficult. It wasn't like easy. Oh, I'm just gonna flip and be a different person.
Okay, well let's take this conversation a little deeper. Let's get off of sex. So, when it comes to the whores and the good women or the wives, do y'all think they have a different type of personality?
Yes.
And what type of personality y'all think that is?
A more calm personality, a more like I don't know, is learning like a learning personality. Is that a thing? I don't know.
You talking about a wife? A wife
Yeah.
has those
What I'm
personalities?
saying, what's the difference in personality between the good girls or the wives compared to the whores? What's the difference in those personalities?
Like we have to be more patient. We have to listen more rather than running our mouth all the time. That's one thing. You see a lot of whores, they always talking big, especially in public or whatever. And I think that's the big difference. Wives are
Yeah,
taught to be
wives
more
are more
discreet,
calm.
and
They're yeah.
whores will, well, yeah, you gonna know everything with them.
Mm. So y'all saying the wives are more calm?
Yeah, like I would say we're taught, because I mean I wouldn't out were for me, like we're taught to be a little bit more discreet, like when it comes to like out in public. Like when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to like you and your relationship, if you were with a whore and y'all was out somewhere, she might not act as compliant, if that makes sense.
Mm. So do y'all think whores equal excitement to men?
Yeah,
Think so? What
yeah.
about you? Why can't a good girl give a man? I'm gonna say why. Why can't a wife give her husband the same level of excitement then?
We can.
They can.
Why doesn't it feel that way? And I'm telling you from experience, why doesn't it feel that way at times?
Because you know, if you're a whore, you get to go home and do your own thing. You ain't gotta
But
stay.
no, but niggas in relationship with whores too,
I mean, you got.
and they know. And this not they naive. These are niggas that know she been around the block. Probably had some chains wearing on her, but he love her. He the
Cause
way
she
she's
probably be
fun.
good up in the bed. Like she probably
But
a
Or
I'm
she
saying,
might
nice.
take care
but
of him real good.
but that's what I'm saying.
That
Like
too.
we taking it deeper than just sex.
Yeah, she
We
may
talk. That's
really
why I
take
asked
But
care
why?
of
about.
him.
But why
Well,
would you be with a whore?
why not? What's wrong? What's wrong with a whore?
I mean, nothing.
I'm asking you. You
Nice.
said no. You said it. Come on, let's talk about it. We on the podcast.
I'm
Jayla said it.
saying,
Let's go. Let's
not Jayla said it.
yeah. Let's go. Let's take
I'm
it deeper. Why
saying
why why do you think men? You don't think men should be with whores or want to be with whores? What you think?
I definitely think they want to
I
be with whores.
I mean they would be with whores. I do think you could be with whores because you might not always be a whore, but
No. Once you're a whore, you always a whore.
you might be a good whore now.
Once you're a whore, you always a whore.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Why is that? Can I ask that? Why are you always a whore? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even if you get married, you're still a whore. You just his
Yeah.
whore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Gotcha.
his whore,
why?
but that's why protecting your reputation is important because I've been reading this book, 48 Laws of Power, and the first few chapters I done got to was about protecting your reputation at all costs. You let nobody play with your name.
Yeah.
So especially as a woman, if you want to potentially find a good suitor, get married, have kids, and all of that shit,
Hmm.
you don't want nobody to say that you're a whore. That means a lot of men have been with you,
Yeah.
and men want to feel prideful
Mm-hmm.
because a man's ego and pride is based a lot of times on his woman that he dates or marries.
Right.
So if a lot of niggas say, "Oh, I had her pussy was weak," or "I had her, she did X, Y, Z," or "I had her, I got a video of this bitch," or doing all that shit, can a man really feel confident in the woman that he chooses to be with? Right. So that's how you always get a stigma of doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I was nigga said, "Oh, he's a fuck nigga," I'm gonna feel some type of way because I'm at to check that nigga. Like, why is you saying XYZ about me speaking on my name?
Yeah.
And it go the same thing with women. Like, you don't just go away because you did it in the past.
Yeah.
And I think this is what happens a lot when we in the Bible Belt, right? And if you ever notice, y'all gonna peep this shit. If you ever notice, like when you scroll down Facebook or something or any social media site, you'll see older women, probably like in their 35s, multiple baby daddies and kids, right? And they will say, "I want me a Christian man or a God-fearing man," right? You know why they'll say that? It's because we're in the Bible Belt and in church is taught about forgiveness, repentance,
Mhm.
washing my sins new white as snow. So when they say stuff like that, is they looking for a man that believes that. So his mind has already been fucked up to believe that this woman,
Oh,
she
she could be
she could be
cleansed.
cleansed and new and fresh. Yeah. She then grew her virgin pussy back now. You know what I'm saying? And so those men actually, that's why those women actually prey on men like that when they get
Wow.
older. But nobody thinks of that.
No.
But That's the truth. That's why they say if y'all know y'all done seen it. Oh, I'm
I
looking
have.
for a Christian
Yeah.
man. I'm looking for a God-fearing man. Bitch has 6 kids, 8 baby daddies. Talking about I'm celibate now and I'm waiting on my Boaz to come and save me. I'm like, bitch, what?
Of course she ready now.
Of course she ready. Oh yeah, because that pussy got a lot
Been
of
through a
miles
lot.
on it. Yeah, she ready to put it. She got set it
Time to
down a little
rest,
bit.
time to rest.
Right, she needs some new tires on her shit. That what she look. That what the church ain't gonna do. The church ain't gonna put new tires on her. She could probably gonna change the way she dressed a little bit, and she
Mhm.
gonna sit down. But ultimately, she's still gonna be bored because she likes the way that is. And
Yeah.
it's probably a few niggas that came before him that if they would have did right, they would have had a probably decent relationship. But he knew who he was dealing with. And a lot of times, us as men, we know who we dealing with, and we'll lead a female on even though we know we're not finna be with her. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that, hey, you are a horse type woman. I could tell. Like people say, how do you know
Yeah, how do you know?
a woman that's a whore? Right? Right?
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
All right. Pass me that snow globe on. Pass me that magic 8 ball. Just pass around. I'm finna show you. I'm finna show y'all. Don't y'all steal my shit. Watch this. Jayla, catch Jayla, catch this. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, why would you?
You see how she flinched, y'all?
Look.
You see how she flinched when but y'all didn't see me. I actually act like I was gonna throw it at you. See how she flinched. Now, if I did it a couple more times, she gonna say, "Quit playing and come on." Oh shit! Now, oh shit! Now you see, y'all ain't think about that. Y'all, y'all ain't think about that
Wait,
shit.
so
How can you take? Because if I'm with a woman and she ain't been around the block, it's gonna be some running across the bed a little bit of flinching, clenching up, tightening, movement. And if I'm with a woman that's very experienced, his legs behind her head, nigga gonna stick that dick in me. It's just a difference. You're gonna know.
that is true.
So that's what I'm saying. That's how you know if a woman's been around the block. Maybe necessarily not. She may not be a whore, but she might be seasoned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or she right ready to fuck. So you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But see, y'all see how far that analogy was.
Yeah,
Y'all wasn't
I
expecting
liked
that.
it.
Yeah, but so you know what's going on when you deal with a woman. Because I'm a nigga that been around the block a lot when it come to women. So it's like it really ain't too much a female can really like pull on me or say that I ain't, game on already. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 34 this year. Shit, nigga, I started fucking back in high school. So
Yeah.
I got motherfucking 20 years on me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it is what it is. But the thing is, we trying to uncover right now why Jasmine Sullivan is saying a man can make a hoe out of her. Can anybody make y'all do something y'all want to do? Okay, good question. Now she say that, I'm gonna make a hoe out of me. Have anybody ever had revenge sex? Either one of y'all.
Yes.
So is that what she means when she says that?
Maybe.
Revenge
I
sex.
just think she's saying that she just finna be a hoe. She's sick of it. Like,
So have you had revenge sex?
yeah, I have.
Okay, let's hear stories. People love to hear stories about revenge sex. So Jayla, let's go with yours first.
I-
Let's go. Why did you have revenge sex? Did a nigga cheat on you, beat you, do something that he said he wasn't gonna do, or said he was gonna do something and didn't do it? Why did you have revenge sex?
well, one, you not gonna play with me, and two,
Okay, hold on. Y'all be saying words, and my podcast, we're gonna make sure we get to the bottom of it. What does playing with you look like?
don't make me look crazy. Keep it a buck. Be real with me. Don't
Do
sit
do
here and
women
make
do
me.
women really like niggas being 100 with them?
That's what we say. I do.
Yeah,
All female
me
do
too.
not because they can't handle
Handle
it.
it,
They
yeah.
can't. Their emotions are not built for that. But I'm a straightforward person.
So
Don't play
how
with
does a
me.
man go through this world and know that you are the exception to the rule? Because I've dealt with a lot of women. Women say I want the truth, but they don't know. But how can a man that's dating you know that you're serious about the truth?
I mean, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. Just like we run into men, they be like, "Oh, I'm a good dude," but we all know niggas are fuck niggas, and we gonna be like, "Well, you a fuck nigga too." But I mean, you're not gonna know until you just deal with it. Until you,
But what I'm saying, like, if you in a dating situation, and it ain't just for anybody, just you personally, you in a dating situation, and you and your dude is having a conversation, and you say, "Hey, man, all you gotta do is keep it 100 with me. I can accept the truth. How do you convey to this man that I'm true? I'm
Like, what's
serious.
gonna make him believe me?
Yeah, what's gonna make
Because
him?
I'm straightforward all the way around. Like, I'm gonna be
How
straightforward.
does he know that you being straightforward though?
You're gonna see it. I'm an
Yeah,
extremely
actions
blunt
maybe.
person. Like, that's just my personality. Like with me, you're gonna be like, damn. Like people think I'm mean because I'm straightforward. I'm blunt, and he gonna be like, okay, yeah, don't lie to me about that. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. I mean, he ain't gonna believe that off back, but
These niggas going wild at this comment. Go ahead.
over time, I mean, they'll figure it out with me. You're gonna know that within the first week or two. You can ask me anything, and I'm going to tell you. I mean, there's no point in me lying. What are the secrets for? But I'm a straightforward person. I'm blunt. That's just my personality, though. So they will know that with me.
Okay, well, if it's that simple, okay. So
It's not that simple
It's-
because
Oh,
they be
exactly.
thinking I be lying. They be thinking I be lying.
Exactly, because you know why we think y'all lie when y'all tell us to be 100? Because
Only
we've
you
met so many women that said the same thing, and when we tell the truth,
Yeah, they
it's an
feelings be
issue.
hurt.
But
Cause we
this,
can't handle the curiosity.
Just
but no,
tell
this
me.
this is honesty. This is some. You know, a lot of men are raised with their women nowadays, right?
They raised with their women.
Are raised by women.
Oh.
A lot of men
Okay.
are raised by women,
Okay.
right nowadays. So when a lot of men are raised by women, one thing you learn is that women do not like the truth. So your mama say, do a little shit. And I was gonna go deep, but I ain't gonna go. But I know somebody personally that mama used to make them lie for them. And you start to understand that a lot of men, mothers used to make them lie for them. So you understand that when it comes to telling the truth, women don't operate all the times out of truth, most of the time out of truth. So when a woman says, hey, tell me the truth, that's typically a lie.
Mm.
And you've dealt with, like I can tell you right now, for instance, the chick I was talking to, we sitting around at the table. She was like, I don't like the way the girl did my nails, right? And I look over there, I was like, I said, yeah, that the nail a little fucked up. Right. I said, just like that. I said, the nail a little fucked up. Just being me. That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm blunt like that. Just like you said, you straightforward.
Mhm.
She's like, I didn't ask you to say that. Why you had to say anything anyways?
That's just unnecessary problems.
Oh, okay. But I might have left her, but she's like, well, what you think? She asked me, she's like, what you think? I was like, yeah, it's a little fucked up. I wasn't gonna say that. We was eating at the table. I was gonna eat my food. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about your name. Like, this is how I felt. She's like, what you think? I'm like, yeah, it's a little fucked up, and then she's like, why you say that? I shouldn't even ask you.
You got some females that are like that though. But if my
See?
shit fucked up, you better take my shit fucked
Johnny,
up. Tell
why
me
was
take this shit
that?
off.
Yeah, And so like I was saying, let's go to your revenge sex. So don't play with you is one of the reasons why you had revenge sex. What's another reason why you had revenge sex?
Well, one, they kept saying I was cheating. That's just one.
Mm.
But they were really cheating.
So you wasn't cheating, but they was accusing you.
Mm-mm.
So they was accusing you because they was doing it.
Mhm.
I had that happen before.
And I mean, I knew they was cheating, but you keep blaming me.
Self-projecting.
And I'm already, like thinking in my head, what is my get back?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because y'all women are y'all calculating and callous when it's time for y'all to get back. So what was your get back? What was your revenge cheating? What was that?
Yeah, I'm not like this no more. Okay, this is my college days. But
oh Lord, was it bad? Was it that bad?
It was bad. But I mean, so they were out of town. My person was out of town.
So your boyfriend at the time was out of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
My boyfriend was out of town, and the person that they kept saying I was cheating with was their friend. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I was staying at his house.
So you fucked nigga at his house?
In his bed.
Oh,
What?
Taylor.
Okay, hold on. So the dude that you was dating was accusing you of cheating, and you wasn't, but you knew he was cheating.
Oh yeah.
And so when you knew that he went out of town, and you was
I been knew it though. I just didn't say anything.
Okay, but he went out of town, and when he went out of town, you fucked the nigga in his house in his bed
and smoked his weed.
Yeah. Question about your revenge cheating: did he find out?
Yeah.
Why he found out?
Because I didn't lie about anything. The roommates told.
So he had roommates.
Yeah.
He asked you.
Oh, so you?
I mean, I wasn't trying to hide nothing. You finna hear me close this door and walk through this door and stomp, mister. That's how I felt.
Oh, so did you feel better after you did your revenge cheating?
Did I feel better?
Yeah.
Um, in my head, but I ain't really feel no different for real.
Was you still hurt behind the other nigga though? Did having revenge cheating, did that help you in any type of way?
Um, it did when I found out. When he found out, when he was mad, that made me feel a little better. But overall, did it cover any patch of snow?
Mm. So basically, he made a hoe out of you. So did he make it? So he made a hoe out of you. He got so
made me look
he
like
got
a
hold on.
fool.
He
Well, I
got
mean,
so much power. When he fuck up, he can make you give your pussy to another nigga.
Damn.
look. Yeah, at that time, yeah.
Damn, that nigga
Damn.
got so much power that he can make you give your pussy to another nigga to get back at him. And the reason that I asked about did he know about it, because most of the time when women revenge cheat, niggas don't even know about it. Like you revenge cheating, but I'm not even gonna be hurt because I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, kind of dumb. But you said he knew about it. He had roommates. It didn't. You made it feel good because you got even. He found out about it. So when he found out, what happened after that?
He called me,
Mm-hmm.
but he asked, and I told him, yeah. He told me pack my shit and get out. No.
So you didn't leave.
No.
So when he came back, what happened after that?
I was still there.
How long y'all fuck around after that?
Until I was done. I don't know how long after, but I left when I was ready to leave because now you on my time now.
Nah, when you sending my shit,
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, you got
that's different.
You had the right nigga then.
Yeah.
You played with the right one. You played with the right one.
Yeah, I mean,
you played with the right one because if my roommates would have called me, I'm gonna tell you how this shit would have went.
They would have put
that. No. If my niggas would have called me and said, "Oh, your bitch in here with another nigga," I said, "Oh, for real?" I would have canceled my trip. If it was close, I would cancel my trip. Came home with my gun and I would have shot both of y'all.
But I knew where he was at though, so
I'm just saying I could have said, and then I would have been like, and it could have been justified because I don't know this nigga. Well, I'm saying I don't know if he knew him or not. Like, oh, that nigga tried to rob us or something.
Yeah, but that's
and
honestly
then
why
and what I would have said
like
is, she just happened to have I ain't that good of an aim, and I shot her by accident.
Yeah,
you dead, didn't motherfucking him too. Just trying to revenge cheat. Now you dead. I done got some other pussy, and you gone with your life. The nigga gone. Like it ain't even worth it.
Yeah,
cause that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say if I that shit ever happen, I'm gonna kill her, kill him. My aim was bad. The bitch got in the way. It just happened like that. You feel me? She's gone.
But that's honestly why I don't do that anymore. Or yeah, I'm not a fan of it because you don't know people. Like he said, I might come back in this house and blow the house up. But yeah.
So you got any other revenge cheating?
No, I haven't cheated since then.
So you let a nigga make a hoe out of you.
Look, stop saying it.
That's the truth though. That's what Jasmine.
He made no, but I'm not Jasmine. I didn't say that.
But I'm saying that's what we talking about. Jasmine Sullivan said you're gonna make a hoe out of me. We're trying to uncover what does that mean.
I don't know, but my story can't uncover her.
But we talking about for what it means for you. That's why I asked y'all what does that mean.
Yeah. Well, I guess
that's what it means.
So yes, he made a fool out of me. We're not gonna say.
Oh, you don't want to go. You don't want to go that far and say he made a hoe out of you. Okay. So
I mean, it definitely was a hoe move. So yes, he did make a hoe out of me.
Question: how does society support women being wives nowadays?
They don't.
They don't.
Not these days.
Why not?
Because females don't.
Now, hold on. Let's take society out of it. Do women support other women who want to be wives?
No,
not all.
They don't.
No, it's rare.
Like they'll say that they want.
Hey, pull your mic closer to you. Just pull it closer to you. Going back.
Oh, okay. There you go. Like they'll say, I feel like they'll say that they want to, but
yeah,
not really. They're not really there to support. They're not really there, and they can't tell you, especially if they don't know. Like to me, if you ain't doing nothing, like if you, well, I'm gonna go to you asking for cooking advice, and you don't even know how to boil hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? No, I need somebody who at least 10 years in the game. I need to get advice from that person who's been successful in whatever it is I'm trying to get advice from. So most of the time, you can't get support from these women because they're not wives. Know. So they can't tell you nothing. They can't support you. They can't tell you nothing.
So is it important for a woman to be a wife to tell you how to be a wife?
No.
No, yeah, I think it's important for you to want to be a wife and search for yourself
How
to be able
does
to know.
how does a woman go about presenting herself to be a wife for potential suitors? How do you walk your everyday life and radiate to men that may see you? I'm a wife. How do you do that? Is it dress? Is it the way you walk? Is it the way you talk? Is it the way you do your hair? Is it what lets me know if I'm walking through Walmart? Oh, that's a wife right there.
It would be yeah, her appearance, the way she's dressed. If you approach her, the way she speaks to you,
Hmm.
what type of energy she give you. You know, but mainly yes, her appearance. If you see her from over there, yeah, it would be her appearance.
So should we go by appearance? Because do you think we should go by appearance?
No,
Why
No.
not?
because like I don't like clothes. So I wear a lot of shorts or a lot of not necessarily like revealing, like trying to be sexy, but I don't like wearing clothes. And I don't want you to be like,
So
this bitch
you
got her
you
head.
basically not saying you like provocative, but you just dress down. So I
Yeah.
might like would dress like shorts and tennis shoes or something like that.
Yeah, but
Okay,
they be shorts.
I got you.
But I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, but like you saying,
Yeah.
like you just maybe dress down, maybe a t-shirt or something on.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
feel
me
you.
too.
Huh?
Yeah, that's me too.
But
Yeah.
it's to a certain extent though, because I know how to dress when I'm going to different places. Um, so yeah, I think your appearance do matter, but it shouldn't necessarily be judged on if that's a wife or not.
Why
To a
not?
certain extent.
Do wives have certain ways they dress?
Yeah.
Well, then why shouldn't that
That's
be?
why I said to a certain extent. Like where are we going? Like
But
where am I?
I think it depends on like that person too, your husband or
Because
whoever.
they
No,
could
I'm
be
saying you single.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
So you
I don't know
saying
how I'm
that it
so.
depends on what the man is looking for
Yeah,
when
but
it comes to your
like
appearance?
the event, all of that.
modesty. If you're single, just a sense of modesty. You might wear something that's you got your cleavage out or something, but just a sense of modesty. I think guys can pick up on that.
Mm. So in this society, they tell us we shouldn't tell women how to dress. Is that fair to say?
Hey, that's I represent him.
I
So
was about to say I'm
however
gonna
he
respect
want,
my
No,
man.
yeah.
we
So
talking about society. We talking about society. I'm gonna say society, then I'm gonna ask y'all.
I
Y'all
mean,
shit.
yes, society
So
do think that
society,
men should not
Oh
have
yeah.
any say so
when
when
it
it
comes to
comes to
women,
women at all. Yes, that's
well,
how
But then be
society
looking
feels.
crazy when these women get or they say you shouldn't get raped or you got to wear nun dresses so you
no,
don't get raped.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's something right there. I don't believe. I don't care what the fuck you got. You can be naked as fuck. I don't.
Yeah,
No man should touch
self
you.
Yeah.
control.
Period. So I don't that part around. If you could be had naked, titties out, no
Mhm.
man should touch you,
Mhm.
do nothing with you. Period. He should have some level of self control because
Yeah.
this is just real shit. Most of the people, men's minds, is not really gonna rape a woman that's pretty much half naked. It's gonna be a woman that's more clothed because you might see some hips or something, but you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I
you
want to.
curious.
Yeah, you curious. Like
Yeah.
you never hear about strippers getting raped.
Yeah. I can see
Niggas be in
that.
the club all the time, seeing them half naked.
Yeah.
Nobody's,
Yeah,
because you can see everything. It's nothing, the psychological part of the man's
Yeah.
mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting y'all that, but it's gonna be when you see like people that have been typically raped. They said I was fully covered up, or I was like it was a bunch of rapes in Central Park at one time in New York, and women was in workout attire, fully clothed, jackets and shit like that. So it never was a thing where men were just raping just overly provocative,
Yeah.
dressing women.
hmm
So I'm just putting it out there. But like I said, I don't condone no type of rape,
Oh no.
molestation, touching, forcible touching of the buttocks or anything like that. Women should consent, and men, you should make sure y'all ask and understand. Yes, we're in that time where you can't use innuendos if you should go further. You have to ask. It gotta be weird as fuck now. Hey, baby,
Yeah.
can I kiss you now?
Can I
Like
do
if you
that?
never
Can I do
kissed her before,
that?
you better say, hey, can I kiss you now? So you got to understand that part and that aspect of everything that we're going on in this society. Okay, so y'all said that when society says men can't tell women what to do in this society, right? If men can't tell women what to do in this society, would it be in his best interest to marry a woman if he can't tell her what to do?
No.
Mm-mm.
He shouldn't marry.
No.
So you think men in today's society should not get married?
That's why they're not aiming for it. I mean,
You think so?
yes, women don't listen. They don't want to submit. They don't want to change their ways. They don't want to be a wife. You
So
gotta
you don't
understand
think?
you're not yourself. You're not just yourself when you marry. Yeah, one. Like she
Yeah.
said, you represent him. He represents you.
So you don't think women want to be wives though?
I think they
They
want to be
do, but
wise.
they
They
can't
just
get
don't
out
want
their
to do the
head.
things that it takes.
Yeah,
Oh, so they want to be the wives, but no work that comes with it.
Yeah.
yeah. They're not willing to be selfless.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you do got to put in a lot.
So why do y'all think that is?
For me, I wasn't taught it.
You wasn't taught.
Mm-mm.
You think it's important to be taught how to be a wife?
I do. I
How,
think that's
why don't you think? Was your mother in your life?
yeah.
Was she married?
She married, but only for a year and got divorced.
Okay. Why don't you think she taught you how to be a wife?
She didn't know how to be one.
She didn't know how to be one.
Yeah.
So who is your guidance in your marriage? Your
Married people.
no, like who is your spiritual advisor while you're married? That's married. That's giving you guidance on certain situations through your marriage. Who is that for you? Because you can't go to your mother. Do you have an aunt? Do you
Oh
have a
yeah.
cousin that's older? Do you have someone at the church? Like who
That I
is
like go to all the time.
just
I
when
don't.
y'all having serious like it necessarily it ain't gotta be all the time, but let's say y'all having an issue and you just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because I'm married too, and I've had
Well, I've gone
that
to.
issue where I didn't understand the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
And I would call my mom and be like, I
Yeah.
don't understand why we are butting heads in this situation because
Yeah.
the way that I'm looking at it seems logical. And my mama had to say, well, as a woman, and when she says as a woman, I sit and listen because that's why I'm calling her because I don't know.
Yeah.
And so this is the person that's giving me advice on how I should approach this situation, how I can handle it better next time, what I can do to reconcile the situation and go further. So who is that for you?
Um. Well, I don't. We don't have a lot of married people in our family, but
Mm-hmm.
I have gone to my mother-in-law. And a lot of times I have a. I don't want to say he's a best friend, but I have a guy friend. I
Mm-hmm.
like to go to him a lot because sometimes I don't understand like from the way he may be thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and it may be bothering me, and I may be tripping. So I'll go to him and explain the situation to get a male's perspective.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I'll go to my mother-in-law, or um I got some church members that I married, but not often.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's just the immediate. So I'll pretty much just go to my mother-in-law and see if, you know.
Well, Jay, what about you?
Well, I'm not married.
But I'm saying,
Um,
who would you go to if you were to get married? You've dated before, right?
mhm.
So when you've had issues with, your boyfriend, who do you go to talk to? Or did you never even think that far that I might need to talk to somebody about the situation?
I wouldn't talk to my mother. I'm just being real. I wouldn't go to my mother about it. I mean, she's married.
Why wouldn't you go to her? How long has she been married?
She was married before, but they divorced, but married now maybe 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go to her just because
Go ahead. Just because what?
like, bitch.
Why wouldn't you go to her?
I feel like she aims to please. So it's always like a yes man type thing.
Talking about for her husband?
Yeah. And
But
I don't
wouldn't that be
think
a level of submission? Or is
she's
it
not
blind?
realistic. Yeah, it's blindly. Like
Oh, okay.
it's like you do everything for me. You can tell me how to walk. If you want me to go to the bathroom right now, I'll go. That's how I feel like she is with him. But I wouldn't ask her anything. She's not realistic.
So is that a bad marriage from you looking out from the outside looking in when you see your mother do that? Does it look like a bad marriage? Does she seem unhappy
I
or
mean, shit, to her, she's happy, but she comes to me and she complains a lot. So you're not happy to me. But you happy. You say
oh
you happy. You
yeah.
say you in love, which you might be. You might be happy. You might be in love. But all this stuff you doing is stressing you out. You're frustrated. You don't like it. You're coming to me and you're venting to me. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, well, stop. Like me, I'm gonna ask my dude. I'm just gonna be real. Like, what
So
I'm
you,
doing wrong? What is it? Let's
but
talk about
okay,
it.
but if he tells you something and you don't understand it, then what?
I'm an open minded person, but if I don't understand it,
You could be open minded all you want to them, and you're gonna understand everything. So my
I
thing
haven't
is,
ran into that situation, so I don't
okay.
know.
Well, the reason I ask because a lot of married people do have those situations where they'll bump heads
Mhm.
and they don't know who to talk to, who to ask, who's got a good you know relationship, and not necessarily those people who put on as a good relationship. We're talking about people who are genuinely talk about, hey, yeah, this bitch made me mad the other day.
Mhm.
That's real about it. But
Yeah.
I love what we worked it through. This what we had to do. We had to go take a trip, reconnect, rekindle some shit or whatever. Had to go back to the basics, doing stuff that she like. She done doing stuff I like. So
Yeah.
a lot of times we don't have those people that we could talk to, and that's why I asked y'all about, do women want to get married, and if women don't want to get married, men should not get married, and you said that's why they're not. But if a woman is married, who can we talk to if it's not a lot of
Yeah.
when people out here
We
they
don't
got marriage on their mind,
Yeah. Right.
right?
I wouldn't know who to turn to. Like this is my only
Sometimes,
married
yeah.
friend.
Sometimes I'm like that too. I'm in situations where it's just like I would go in a room by myself and just get my emotions out right there.
And pray. You gonna have to
Yeah.
pray, cause
Any one of y'all ever
Between
punched a
me and
wall?
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
Y'all both punched a wall.
yeah,
Y'all put a hole in it.
yeah.
Did it make y'all feel better?
No.
I wanted to do it.
Never.
I mean,
None
I
of my
enjoyed
violent
it.
You enjoy
acts of
punching a
me
wall?
being
Yeah.
angry,
Right.
angry, like none of my angry outbursts have ever made me feel better.
So what makes you feel better if you're in a situation where you and your husband bumping heads?
When we not arguing no more. I hate when we like, cause you gotta be in the same house and it's just weird. So it just made me feel better when I gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get it on out
Yeah,
because I can't sit in here
definitely.
with this fog. And if you don't want to talk about it, okay, I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to still talk about it. You want to talk about it right now? Okay, I'll wait a little bit
Yeah.
because it's gonna be on my mind. So I'm gonna have to just.
And she gonna talk. You
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
talk about it too.
So the thing I want to know is, we all know, everybody knows this. People that are happily married have a better life. This is a statistical fact,
Mhm.
right? Reported happier lives, make more money, kids are better off.
Mhm.
Just typical stuff. Even after they leave the nest, health wise for men is better. Women that are I just read a report. I should pull it up so people can read it. But women that are even older women are better, more happier than widowed and divorced women after a certain
Oh,
age and
wow.
stuff. Yeah, I got a report, but I need to pull it up. But the way that I'm angled right now is kind of weird. But yeah, I'll put it up later. But yeah, it showed that women are happier, but it helps both people.
Mhm.
Both people are better, happier. And you gotta think about it. It's somebody that sits there and sees you every day. Like, this
Yeah.
person is literally your therapist, and they can tell you how to act and how you move. And when your cycle come on, you get real bitchy and shit like that. So, you gotta think about all of that, right? So my thing is, good girls versus wives. Is it would the whore be equivalent to a bad boy? If y'all dated
Yes.
bad boys, do you think the whore is equivalent to the bad boy?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why y'all say that?
It's the same.
And
We
they
just
doing the
gave
same thing.
the names. We just put the names
But
on
it's the
it.
same thing.
Yes.
Why do women deal with the bad boys?
I don't know, status, being around people all the time in the streets, just running around. He might have
It might be
good
what
dick.
she on at that time too.
Yeah, he might be putting the pipe on her good
Yeah.
too.
So should us as men judge women by the people they date in their past?
You should take it into
No.
consideration, but not necessarily judge
No.
them.
You shouldn't judge. You shouldn't
No,
judge them.
absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I know that I messed up with a couple of them.
So, but you don't think that will show a person that's dating you what your type may be?
That no, because my type might be different
Yeah, because
tomorrow.
my type, yeah,
So do
none of
y'all?
my
So do women actually know what the fuck they want then?
Some.
no.
You say
Some.
no, and you say some.
Some.
Okay, what's your percentage of people that know, women that know what they want?
You probably got 10% that know what they want.
That's a smart. So that's
Yeah,
no
that's
90%, right?
no.
90% of women.
No,
Some of
No,
us
we
know,
no.
are
and some of us
confused
don't.
beings. I swear.
So okay, question. Let's take it to this: should a woman use her father to help her find a suitable husband?
No,
Why not?
I wouldn't
Depends
use
on what
my
kind of father
father.
he is.
I wouldn't
I
use
didn't
my
Why
have a
you want to use
father.
your
dad.
father? Let's talk about your parents, because you want to ask your mama that's married.
I love my parents to death,
You want to ask your mama
but
to
my
marry.
daddy was a
And-
drug dealer. I wouldn't date no nigga that sell drugs. And
but I
He might not want
doubt.
that for you.
Right, I doubt your father would
yeah,
look for a man that's selling drugs
but I
because he
wouldn't
does
have
it.
him help me.
Why not? You don't think he knows you well enough or know what kind
No,
of man?
he
I know my
doesn't.
dad don't.
Yeah, he doesn't know me well enough.
Why you say that?
He been in jail all my life.
So he's still in prison now?
Yeah.
Well, he still could help you.
No, he could not.
So you don't think he understands the psyche of a man enough to tell you, especially if
He
he in
don't know
prison, to
me.
know be around a lot of niggas all the time?
He don't know me.
You don't have to know you
Yes, you do.
necessarily.
You need to know what I
Not
like.
not
But
necessarily to understand the basics of a
What,
man.
what like
the
when you
basics,
need?
yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
basics
okay.
of a man. Like he could tell, like you could tell him about a nigga. You could call him up and tell him like, "Hey, this nigga doing X, Y, Z." He be like, "No, that ain't a good nigga because a good man does X, Y, Z."
Now, in
Because
that case, I'm gonna listen. Yeah, but I ain't finna just be like, Dad, come help me
Come,
find
come
a
pick up my.
husband. No,
why not? If I had a daughter, this some rich. If I had a daughter, I'd be looking all the time for
Yeah,
good
but you
men.
and your
I'll
kids
find my
life.
person, but then after I feel
But
like I put them to the test,
it's
I'll
crazy.
send them to you. Now you put them to the test.
But it's
What you want?
crazy. It's crazy when you say that I'm in my kid's life, because I know a lot of people that are in their kids' lives, and you know what they all tell us: single people that's raised by single mothers or fathers, and people who are raised with both parents. Y'all know what they tell us: go to school and get your education. They don't never tell us nothing about that. Now, both my parents was in the house.
That's true.
They never said anything about what type of woman you need. And they'll tell me little shit like you need to look out for this and look out for
Yeah.
that, but never just in depth sit down. This is the type of woman. These are things you need to really look out for. It's like, my mama say, oh, if she got, kids, you won't want to date her because if the nigga didn't want to take care of the kids, why would you? So she would say shit like that. I'm like, I never even vibe with a bitch that had kids anyway. So it's like you're
Right.
not really giving me, game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like weird that all our parents, no matter what household you raised in,
That is true.
told us the same stupid ass shit. And the reason that shit's stupid because we spend so much time
And
trying to find somebody to be with. College, going to school, college, that's a small percentage of your life. When you go to school 12 years, some people, whatever, how many years, you're gonna go to school, let's say 13 years, 14 years, right? And
Mhm.
that's high school, and then you out. Some people don't go to college. So you got 13 years of that. And then you're gonna spend what the rest of your 50, 60 years just dating, trying to figure this shit out. Let's say you go to college, added the 4 to 8 years on it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like you're gonna spend so much more time dating, and people don't understand the stress, the PTSD that you get
mhm.
from dating around like that.
That's true.
Like the being hurt, the dick that you gonna get and damage and with the sleepless nights and the crying and the stress and the weight gain, the weight loss. Like people don't understand, like even your health can be affected to the point where I know people who are having literal strokes because they in fucked up relationships and they always stressing out
Yeah.
about what this nigga doing or what this bitch doing. You know what I'm saying? They stress out so bad they having strokes and shit. Like it's fucking with their health. And it's weird that we did not taught to be better relationally from our parents.
Yeah.
And that's a scary,
I
that's a
thought that
really
was
scary
weird
thing.
too.
But
Yeah.
they all tell us the same thing.
Yeah. Go to school, get your education. Then you worried about
Yeah.
trying to be. Yeah.
So what advice? So if you kids now, what advice from y'all dating experience would y'all give to your child?
Like like when they first start dating or something.
Just dating advice. What have you picked up while you were dating that you would want to give impart to your child?
The most important thing is to try to get to know them as a person. Like I know your hormones are all crazy, but sex is always going to be there. I really feel like I want my kids to know that sex is not like you don't have to rush into it. Like I know I was told that too, and I know they're gonna do whatever they want to do, but that really clouds your mind a lot of times when you're trying to like be in a relationship and you got the sex in there too. Mm-mm. A lot of times it goes left and you put sex first.
So how do you convey that to your child? Because what you just told to me, sounds like an old motherfucker that don't know what the fuck they talking about. And I'm not saying that, but I'm saying as kids, this is how we hear this shit. Well, oh, they don't want me to have fun. They don't want me to do X, Y, Z.
No, it's
So-
not like that. I seen him. Okay, so I seen an analogy on TikTok. He was talking to his daughter.
Mhm.
He had an apple. He cut the apple. He cut like a fourth of the apple out,
Mhm.
and he said, this is pretty much her uterus.
Mhm.
And he gave the analogy like, you when you with somebody and you give them this piece of the apple,
Mhm.
now you got a piece of your apple missing, you know what I'm saying? And then you that person didn't like your apple or whatever, and then you move on, and then you give another person a piece of your apple, and then by the time you find who you really
You ain't
want
got
to
no
be
apple
with,
left.
you don't have no apple left.
Mm.
So I would probably use something like that, because that's how I feel about it. Yeah, you giving away a lot of the. You can learn and experiment with your partner. You know what I'm saying? You can learn new sexual things with your partner. Sex is not all that is cracked up to be, unless you are with somebody that you're gonna be with for the rest of your life.
Mm.
And I think that's important.
So what you gonna tell them? What's the advice?
That's
That's
that's gonna be
the TikTok. That,
yeah.
that-
That's
so
gonna,
what other
Your
advice you
to
got?
them is gonna be don't have sex.
I mean,
don't
they're
rush
gonna do what
into
they
it.
want to do anyway. But that would be my analogy, to get them to understand, what I'm trying to say. Not to don't have fun
You're giving out yourself to so many people you won't have nothing left for
for
the
your
person you want.
husband, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Well, what about you, Jay?
I mean, when I say have fun, I'm not saying go pop your cat. No. But I mean, I do think that
Jay
you
raising
can.
That's
pussy
what it's
poppers
gonna
around
be.
here.
No,
She raising
I
pussy
do think
poppers.
I'm gonna be real. I do think you can wait on the sex, right? But like I tell my sister, she's so boy crazy. Oh my god.
How old is she?
She 18,
How old are you?
24.
Okay.
But she been boy crazy since she knew what a boy was. But have fun. Don't
What
rush.
does having fun
Like,
look like?
what does having fun look like? Don't rush into a relationship. Don't. I feel like that's just what kids do. Well, that's what high schoolers do. Oh, I have to be in a relationship. We just gotta be goals. No, you don't.
I don't feel like
You
nothing wrong
can
with a
you can
relationship, though.
date, like, but don't make that be your priority.
Mm.
Don't go looking for that. Like, have fun, do your thing. Yes, you can have your little boo, but don't be boy crazy. Like my sister,
Yeah, some of them can be a little
crazy.
It baffles
Like,
me sometimes how females be acting over dudes, but
that's just from wanting attention. Like, you just have to be okay with yourself, though. You have to be okay with being alone. You have to be okay with going through stuff by yourself. You do not have to have somebody in your corner all the time. I mean, I can see why older people would say, let's focus on your education. I mean, focus on yourself, get your shit together. But see, you got some folks out here who just, you single, you single, you single. Who next? Just running from person to person to person. Do your thing. Focus on yourself. That's
but
what I
as
tell
I
my sister.
learn more, though, like as I do learn more, I do want to. I don't have no advice yet. Oh well, I do. I guess listen.
And how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, so y'all still fairly young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We almost half of 50. We ain't young. We is almost half of 50. Anyway. But no, I would definitely want to. I would definitely want to tell my daughter that the sex. I would just reiterate on the sex. I don't have no problem with you dating or anything like that. Even if she come to me young and she says she want to get married or whatever, and like the couple, they're come to me young, like say they 20 or something, and they say they want to get married. I necessarily don't have a problem with that, because I feel like you need to start young and grow together. But as far as the sex thing, I would really want to like reiterate to the waiting on the sex, because it fucked me up. I ain't know how to handle it. So
what you mean when you say you know how to handle it?
It fucked you up mentally, like
mentally, or you went crazy, you want to mow, or
I just didn't know how to handle myself. I didn't know how to conduct myself. It just, and I think that came from my mom too. She just sheltered me, and so when I did graduate and get out of school or whatever, and I went on my own, I went kind of book wild. That's why I popped up pregnant. But but I did kind of go like crazy, because my mama just she kind of sheltered me and didn't want me to be there. So like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like act like sex doesn't exist.
Mhm.
But I
I had a
just
chick like that one
yeah.
time. That Lord have mercy. She was sheltered so bad. She was so fine. I'm telling y'all. They been, and she was raised by her stepdad, and I guess her stepdaddy like knew like
Yeah.
this bitch here is tough. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like man, that good. Man, she like, yeah, I can't go. She couldn't go to no football game. She
Mm-mm.
couldn't go to no basketball. She like, she
Mm-mm.
could
That
never
was
like
me.
that.
Yeah,
She
that was
look,
me.
they would never let her out the house, right?
Mhm.
Man, so she had her stepdad finally her get a cell phone or whatever. So she called me and shit like that. And she hits me up, right? She sends me a video. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? She sent me a video, but I don't see nothing but a hairbrush.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking, I'm like, okay, so I click on it because I didn't know what the fuck it was, just a hairbrush in when you see the little
Yeah.
video. So I press play. Y'all know them brushes with that got the little puff with the little bristles thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they got the handle on it.
Yeah.
So she was playing with herself
With the handle.
with the handle of the hairbrush. Yes. She sent this to me, right? So I'm looking, and so like she creaming all on the damn brush, right? And she takes the brush and starts sucking the
Wait
hair.
a minute.
No lie.
Wait, this is high school?
This is high school, yes.
No.
So she starts sucking the handle brush,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
She starts sucking the handle brush. So
She was
so
definitely
we stay right
watching
now.
porn.
We stayed down the street from each other, right? And I had a whip. Right?
Shoot,
Look,
okay.
look.
I'm outside.
I had a whip at the time while she was fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, my little brother Mike was outside a little bitch. I'm about to ride this bike up there to your house and shit. I was like, can you sneak me in the window? She's like, oh no. She's like, I ain't never did that before. And then so I was like, nah, you gotta sneak me in the window. You gotta sneak me in the window. And I wanted to hit her so bad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling one of the niggas, as a matter of fact, this nigga just commented on my shit. I told one of the niggas about the shit that happened, right? He gonna go and tell her I told him. And she's like, you need to delete my number. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious? Like, I wanted this bitch so bad. I say she was nice. Bitch was nice. Played volleyball. I had the body. Throw these little bit ass shorts. That's the only time she got to have to go play volleyball.
Yeah.
And
that
like,
was me. Is this girl
Look,
me?
right, that's the only time she got out the house. She could go play volleyball, and that was it.
That was it.
And I'm
That was
like,
smart.
bro,
And
like
track.
this
Volleyball and
shit,
track.
this shit was crazy, right? So I understand like women that are overly sheltered
Yeah.
would usually go. I think people in general,
I
they
think
just
it's
rebel.
different.
Yeah.
I think
Because
they,
I was overly sheltered, but it made me not even want to look
Nah,
at
baby, I
it.
just
really,
went crazy.
were you more timid?
I don't know how to explain it. It just drew me away from it. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I guess sometimes use that 1%.
It definitely made me not even
99.9%
want
of the
to
time.
talk to dudes. I guess so. Because if you want to let me, you sheltering me and you only let me spend a night with girls.
So you do
Oh.
stuff with girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you like girls?
I wouldn't date no girl no more, but I will do something with a girl. Yeah.
So that's a reported rise in women, young girls claiming to be a lesbian or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Typically, from my research, a lot of women's first sexual experiences is actually playing around with a woman because y'all just around each other, yeah, and necessarily like I won't say because most women do it and they find that they don't like bitches. You know what I'm saying? Most women do.
Yeah.
And some women, they go a little longer because they're confused. They just feels good. They bust a nut. And then a lot of times, and the reason is because a lot of the, like, you can look at it now, you see a lot of girls that are like considered like dykes or whatever nowadays. They've never been had sex with like a man, period. So they don't even know, but their first sexual experience, which made them feel good, was with a woman. So that's why they stay there.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll see, and it's been a ride, bro. I know 6 women, dykes, that have gotten pregnant in the last 5 years.
Like they was a dyke at first.
They was always a dyke. Like I've known them as a nigga when like even bitches that went to school with me used to wear Jabot jean, got like 4 kids now, like that, and they would tell you like, yeah, I ain't never did nothing with a dude. Like,
I mean, I could believe it. I used to be scared of
Yeah.
it.
And then a lot of times,
I told you.
Yeah, but you
They're scared.
but you know that you can not get pregnant. So that's one thing, good thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if
Yeah.
you are feeling good, those endorphins getting released in your brain, you like, it
Same
is,
thing.
same, but yeah, basically the same thing. So 'cause sometimes it can be kind of confusing. As a matter of fact, I used to hit a chick that she didn't even know if she was straight or gay. And I used to fuck her up because she like, I like bitches, but I really like you too. I'm like,
I don't understand. How you don't
because it's
know?
different feels. Like I like the way this made me feel, and I like the way this made me feel. So what am I? Because you got, especially you. That's why exploring sex is so bad young, and it fucks people
Mm,
brain up because we don't know how to internalize sex. Period. So when, especially if you a woman or a boy that's just all over the place with your sexuality, it
yeah.
can be very very difficult for you because you don't know what am I,
Yeah.
and you can see it in our society now that so many people are confused. Is why we have so many different terms for sexuality. We have
Oh,
so
so
many.
many.
We could just
I'm
be simple.
non-binary.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have so many terms because so many people are confused nowadays.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's why sex we live in a society of sex sales, right? That's our society. Sex
Hmm.
sales, do what you want, sexual liberation of women, whatever, contraceptives, abortion, like you can do what the fuck you want to do. There's no consequences to it, right?
Mhm.
It's getting to the point now you can get on TV and they got pills like for people that got HIV. You can fuck people with HIV now, and you could take a pill and
Yeah.
you won't get HIV and shit like that. So it's they trying to make it to where we lose connection with people because sex is one connection, but it's only a surface level that we get with people.
Yeah.
And so since we just want to feel good now they know how to take that sex and take it to VR. Now you got niggas fucking bitches with that VR shit on. They don't
Oh
even gotta
Lord.
leave the house. They just beat their dick, or whatever. I don't
Right.
know how the fuck they do it, but they, in there and having sex and they just get the same release.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so now they just breaking our connection with one another, and that's what society is meant to do. It's just to fuck us up, to have us divided, not knowing what we're doing, beefing over bullshit and shit like that.
Yeah.
So even when it comes to marriage, the destruction of the family has been happening since the 60s. Like they adamantly been trying to destroy the family. It started with the black family, but the laws and shit they put in place destroying all family, right? All family, single mother being raised by kids have just grown exponentially, right? So when you see this type of shit, it's like why us as a society is pushing sexual liberation like we do, and we know it fuck us up, especially black people. Because I remember old niggas used to tell me I had to go fuck with a white bitch because black women wasn't doing what white women were doing. How did now black women get to the point where they doing everything the white women doing?
That's a good question.
The white people kind
Ma-
of freely though. They'll do anything, and black folks just be like, "I'm not gonna do that."
Maybe porn.
That's how our introduction of white sex is porn. We didn't know what the fuck was going on over there. So now you seeing people have sex because, like that whole just think about shit like dominatrix, tie
Hmm.
motherfuckers up and torturing them and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, 50 Shades of Grey, that type of shit. We wasn't doing no shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Who thinks that? But psychology, it is a very, very fine line between pain and pleasure. It
Yeah.
really is. Because
Hmm.
I've gotten a tattoo and I got high as fuck off my tattoo. Like I was high, like I smoked, like I was so high. But then
Wow. I
doing
needed that.
research,
Where you got it?
I just got a tattoo on my arm, but doing research, you can cross a level and those endorphins will get released in your brain as if you're doing a pleasurable activity. And it was
Hmm.
so much pain, it just released so much endorphin. Your body, when you're going through so much pain, your body releases those endorphins so you won't feel that pain like
Yeah.
that. So that's why mentally you will just feel like literally I was high as hell. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I was woozy and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel good. And this nigga was tattooed me. I didn't feel nothing on my arm no more. I'm like, okay, this shit is different, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy because I thought I was gonna have the same reaction when I got my back tatted. I did not have the same reaction. Like my back fucking hurt it. Like
Yeah.
then I got a whole back piece. So that shit.
Oh, a
I was about
whole
look.
back piece.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say because why my tattoos ain't feel like
Yeah,
Baby.
my shit was crazy. So what would y'all advice y'all would give to women? We're gonna end on this. What advice would y'all give to women that want to be wives? You're a wife. Do you want to be a wife? Jay, do you want to be a wife?
yeah,
Why? Why do you want to be a wife?
because I want my own person. I want my own. Why nobody want to keep walking around 50 single? You're gonna be depressed.
So it gotta be deeper than that.
I mean, I just want that connection. I want that bond. I want that family. I want the stability. Like I
Mhm.
want that.
And you have no kids?
Huh?
You got kids?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
good. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Keep it that way. People don't tell you kids are not easy
Oh, I know.
at all. But people try to act like kids are such a blessing. No, kids are.
They are definitely a blessing, but
No, they're not.
they're a blessing.
No.
But that motherfucker.
No, and see, when you say they're a blessing, people internalize that. No, kids are work. We need to say
They
They
that.
are
definitely
work.
work.
Kids are
Yeah.
work. Kids are a lot of sleepless nights.
Mhm.
Kids is changing shitty diapers, getting pissed on sometimes, throwing up. When they sick, they get you sick. They come
Yeah.
home with shit. You got to be worried about them. Even just the stress level, the simple stress level your child gets when you send them to daycare and you see them playing with other kids, and you got to think about other kids being around your child, and you don't know what the fuck going on in this person's household, and
Yeah.
my child left with this person. So your kids, just the stress level. And we need to quit saying kids are a blessing. No, they're work. Like I tell anybody, I'm not ever want to tell you a kid a blessing. A kid is work. A kid is changing your whole fucking lifestyle, moving
definitely.
different.
Yeah, but you don't
Can't-
think it's for the better. You don't think it's
Fuck no.
It's
Hell
a blessing.
no.
Like this is amazing,
Have a
but it's
kid-
definitely
no,
stressful.
this is what I said. So I want to leave it on a bad note about the kids.
Because they show for the go.
Kids, no, serious. No, I feel adamant about that shit. Like, no, it's no, there's not a blessing in having kids, right? But having children, there are moments where you do have warm, fuzzy feelings. There's moments where you know they lay up under you, and you get an emotion. It's a different type of emotional
Yeah.
response with your children, and that's what a lot of people that don't have kids miss in life. So I think the emotional aspect of it that you get from your children is a blessing. That part is a blessing, but the kids, it's not.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like well, Trey been going to home. My son, he was going to home with both of them. I come back and his voice is a little deeper, and he's seeming to understand a little bit. When I just like, oh, I missed a week of where did he get this development, or how did
Yeah.
his voice get a little bit deep? He got in the car, he started talking loud. Oh, his voice is a little bit deeper. Like, it made me feel a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, those emotional responses, only your kids can invoke that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna tell people, if you don't have kids, keep it that way. You don't have kids, keep it that way. If you don't have kids, keep it away. And make sure, and if you are getting married and y'all don't have kids, y'all need to date for a long time before y'all just jump in and have kids. Unless you're just an older couple, you say, fuck it, we 35, 36, it's dangerous for women to have kids that late in life.
Yeah.
We understand that. But if you in your early 20s, late 20s, you should date at least 3 years to see if this is what y'all want to fucking do. Because
That's a long time.
3 years is
You
not a
gotta
long
learn.
time.
I was about to say you
Three
probably want
years,
to know
you'll
each
think-
other before you try
Right,
to
3
bring
years, and
somebody
then you gotta
else
think
in.
about it. You gotta transition to living with somebody.
But you're gonna have to learn that person anyway. 3 years
But
is
you can you can see a lot in 3 years that let you know
not if
about
y'all
kids.
not living with each other.
But that's what I'm saying. When you get married, you date 3 years. You stay married 3 years before y'all have kids.
Oh, gotcha. I got what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah. The married part, stay married 3 years
Oh,
before
okay,
you have
okay,
kids.
okay.
That way, you can actually see what you're trying to do. If this person is suitable to have kids with, because people think just because you get married, you gotta have kids, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't. You don't have to have kids. I don't see the point of getting married if you don't have kids. But if you decide to get married, you don't have to be like have kids. I know a lot of people that are married don't have kids, and they just happily fine because they got their freedom and stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason I say you should date somebody is because 3 years might show, oh no, this nigga is crazy. I didn't know this because now I stay with him.
Yeah.
Or this nigga don't have anger issues, or you might date somebody and find out she a cutter or something. She might cut her wrist or something. You never know.
Lord.
So, like I said, you gotta really just take your time with people. And we got
That's
more
true.
time. We have a lot more time than people like to realize. People say life is short, and that's why so many people do so much shit so fast. You have all the time in the world. Take your time. It's easy going. Life can be fun, can be enjoyable. Take your time. You have plenty of time in life. Don't let it just tell us, don't grow too fast. And we just like, that's some bullshit. I'm ready to get the fuck out the house and do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm crying every night.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, like make sure, when it comes to that marriage and kids stuff, y'all know what y'all doing. But like I was saying, what advice would y'all give to women? And we're gonna end it right here.
What advice would we give to women who want to be wives?
Yeah, that want to be wives.
My one advice would be just to make sure that's what you want to do. Make sure
How does a woman make sure she knows she want to get married?
that's when you go around and start collecting your data. You need to go start asking married people. You need to go see what the lifestyle is really about and see, hell, okay, do I want to try this out? Do I not want to try this out? You need to be sure about the fundamentals of what a wife is before you make a decision. Hey, I want to be a wife. Because when
Mm.
the opportunity arises and you get there, it ain't all cookies and cream. So you're gonna have to be prepared for that.
Mm. Okay, Jay, what about your dating experience? If you from your dating experience, what would you say?
Um, Somewhat like Ari saying, but just really learning yourself or learn yourself. I'm sorry. I can't believe I'm on this live and I just told these folks I did this revenge shit.
Come on now, okay, I'm gonna clip it out anyway, so they a lot more people gonna see it.
But no, really, just I don't know. What would I say? You got to get out of your ways. Get out of your head. Get out of your own head. Understand you're going to have to change. Be willing
Yeah,
to
learn to
change
be
yourself
flexible. That's
because you
important.
have to fix yourself before you think you're finna go in anything trying to change anybody else. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give my advice to men. If you're thinking about getting married, one, do not get married with the notion that you're gonna have a lot of sex. Stupid. You're not gonna have a lot of sex. Actually, sex will probably go down when you get
Mm-hmm.
married. If you add a kid in there, it's definitely going down. And if you add two or more, it's damn near non-existent. Okay, so don't go into thinking about getting married because you want to have sex. Um, another thing, marriage is very taxing on your mental health. Even if it's a good marriage, it's very, very taxing as the man part because you are always going to be looked at as if you're worthy by what you provide. So is that financial protection and provision. So if you don't know what those things are, you should go look them up. Like I said, financial protection and provision. You have to also understand that when it comes to the protection part, that means at any time you have to give your life up. A lot of men go into marriages and they don't want to give their life up because marriage is a very, very selfless act.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get married, it's selfless, and you have to understand this. This is some weird shit. Most men don't understand. You walking in the mall, holding your baby, all lovey dovey, and your family and shit like that, and a nigga attacks y'all. You have to be able to hold your baby, kiss your wife, and be a loving husband, and flip a switch and be a killer all at one time. A lot of men cannot transition to do those type of things. So you have to understand, do I have that dog in me to be able to love, be caring, and all this type of stuff, and be a nigga that just don't give a fuck about what's going on right now, my well-being, prison, killing the nigga, all this shit to protect my family. Like you have to have that. And a lot of men don't understand that or isn't willing to do that. Marriage can be good. I'm not saying that, but the excitement part that everybody looks for, men and women, you should not go into marriage looking for excitement. I would say that as well. Marriage is about being consistent. And that's what people actually look for. And being consistent in life is the thing that makes your health better because it's not the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, and the stress and the shock that you get from life. You're just consistent. It's just a smooth plane ride, no turbulence. And that's what people don't understand. It gets you to your destination. It was, quite boring, but we got there. And, here or there, we might do something fun and exhilarating. But
Yeah.
marriage is not for people who are looking for excitement, thrills, doing just new shit, just being spontaneous, not coming home because I wanted to party and go get a room or hang out and shit like that. Marriage is for people who like consistency. Um, and marriage is work.
Ooh.
It's not fun at times. It's very, very tedious.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hate that bitch.
Mhm.
You're gonna hate a lot. I'm gonna be real. You're gonna hate
Mhm.
her. You're gonna hate her, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, you saying bitch?" Like, no, nigga, you gonna hate that bitch. You're gonna be turning like, "Oh, I hate that bitch," and you might want to punch a wall. So you got to understand that aspect of it too. But it could be good. Also, women, don't let men make hoes out of you. Okay. Jasmine Sullivan said it,
Yeah.
and Drake said, it's practice. I don't want a bitch that had a lot of practice, but you can
Mm.
practice on me. Okay.
Mm.
So you don't have to have a lot of bodies to get skilled
Yeah.
for me later on,
That
because
is true.
now I'm going to question you, because there might be some shit you done did that we don't even use in the arsenal of our sex. You might get
Yeah.
fucked in the ass by another nigga, and we don't even have to get you don't have to get fucked in the ass over
Yeah.
here. Even
Right.
though you don't like it. You just did it because the nigga you was liking, you don't did it. But see over here, you don't get fucked in the ass. So I'm just putting it out there. But y'all got anything y'all want to say before we leave?
No, I really like this conversation though.
Yeah.
This was fun. I really enjoyed myself.
Well, that's good. Social media
And
handles
you
and
just
stuff.
told me that I made this nigga turn me into a hoe.
I was like, he sure just told me.
Go ahead.
Again, yes, my name is Ariana. My Facebook is ARIONAFANNIN.
And I'm Jayla. Facebook, Jayla Hines, JAYLAHINES.
And this is the New Normal Podcast. If you are over there on Facebook, give us a like, share, comment some ideas or topics y'all want us to discuss. If you're on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, and especially subscribe. Help us build this channel up. And we're gone.